Well, hello, my beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your twin flame reading. I'm just cleansing your space here and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading. It may not resonate for everybody, so please take what is for you and leave the rest behind. Without further ado, let's get straight to your reading, my beautiful Scorpio. Just a little reminder, this is the twin flame reading. If you are not in a twin flame connection, this is not your reading. I did do a singles read that is on my timeline a couple of days ago. Okay, let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know regarding twin flame? We have destiny. Well, we know that for sure. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. We also have true gem. Thank you so much, Spirit Guide. Ooh. And we have karma. Okay, they've asked me to leave it there, so I will. Normally take about 4 cards, sometimes 3, but they've ended it on karma. Okay, so I'm also using Doreen Virtue's Romance Angels to gauge what they'd like to talk about. Thank you so much, Spirit Guide. Ooh, straight away, free yourself. Okay, it's time to take back control of your life. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? We have trust, the dreaded dun-dun-dun word. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. And we have passion, and they've asked for one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? And we have very soon. Okay, so my beautiful Scorpio, this is quite a spread. For those of you who are new to my channel, I take jumpers from the pack. I do not choose the card as I believe that is my energy, not the message you're meant to receive. Everyone is different. There is no right or wrong way. So please fast forward during these moments. I don't like to waste anybody's time. Well, Scorpio, I mean, it's pretty obvious, but it is fated. Destiny's wheel is in progress. So you knew as soon as you met this person, Scorpio. It was almost like you just had a knowing, very deep knowing, which often happens between twin flames there. Now they're indicating that your twin flame also knew as soon as they met you that you were the one and that you spent past lifetimes together. They knew instantly that it was divine guidance that you were meant to meet. There was something about the way that you met. There's a set of circumstances they're indicating here that you and the twin flame in question met under certain circumstances that left you both in no doubt that if you didn't meet on this one occasion, there was another occasion. I think they're giving me they're showing me like a diary. So it feels like there was another occasion in both of your diaries, like an event or something where you were both going to attend if you did not meet on the first occasion. So you may have talked about that, where you're like, you met each other, sorry, and then you were about to go to another event in like a week or a couple of weeks time, and both of you had booked to go for that. So Spirit is indicating to both of you that you were both meant to cross each other's path at some point. So if you didn't on that one occasion, the fated moment where you both met, there was another opportunity further in the future. Okay, and both of you remarked on that. You had a conversation about that. Now, they're indicating here very precise energy. Destiny card is giving me, which is you and your twin flame on the time that you met, the date that you met. Both of you were wearing something that was similar. There was something that you're like, oh, pinstripe jacket. I'm wearing a pinstripe jacket. There's something like there was, or you know, like, oh, you're wearing red shoes. I'm wearing red shoes. There was some sort of common theme between you both where you're like, that's so weird. We were kind of wearing the same thing because it's your twin. There's an identical energy about you both that you remarked on when you first met, or it's something that occurred frequently that you kind of like were so psychically linked that you nearly chose similar outfits. There's something to do with clothes because they're showing me a pinstripe jacket and some red shoes. I mean, you may not have been wearing them in the same same moment, but they're indicating something there with that. Now, they're indicating with this card, and we will go deeper here, Scorpio, they're indicating that both you and this person, as soon as you met, you recognized you're both very important, but it triggered some trust issues straight away, okay? You and this person, very deep-rooted trust issues, something I feel in your twin's past, perhaps in your own, because it is mirrored energy, that was very painful, that made them feel like people are not there for them. They feel like they're going to be abandoned. There's something here with this card. But know that your twin flame knew and knows that you are both destined, you're connected by a bond that is unbreakable. But I feel like they ran away. Okay, it feels like they kind of buried their head in the sand. They may have even chose somebody else because they wanted to get away from this deep connection, because they didn't want to meet themselves in the reflection. They're giving me, you only meet someone as deeply as you have met yourself, and this person's got, this twin flame of yours has got a very deep wounding, okay? And by being with you, it almost made them feel like they have to force themselves to actually look at themselves and their inner wounding, and they don't want to do that, or they didn't want to do that at the time. Now I feel like there is a shifting period here where this person is having a spiritual awakening, but we will come to that in a moment. Ooh, getting quite hot now. I don't like to do twin flame readings because the energy is off the charts. I get quite sweaty, so I do apologize. There's something about this person's hands as well. I know there's a hand in this picture. There's something, it really feels like, Scorpio, a lot of people gravitate towards, you know, the eyes being the windows of the soul. There's something here about two items, possibly three, but they're showing me lips. This person's lips. There's something unforgettable about this person's lips, but also their hands. It's almost like you fall in love with hands. There's something very unique about this person's hands, or something that you fell for and you remember their hands, okay? I know there's a hand in this card, and it's an obvious thing to say, but they're actually showing me a hand. It's quite sturdy hand, but there's also something about their lips, possibly their teeth, because they're showing me lips with they're slightly parted, showing the teeth a little bit. So those areas. Now this person may have very unique eyes as well, but the things that you are tending to focus on when I'm holding this card, the energy I'm picking up on is hands and tips, lips, and possibly teeth, okay? But as you know, it's destined to be. So we have True Gem. Now, as soon as I touch this card, Scorpio, I'm getting an energy of how pure your heart was for this person. The love was off the charts. I feel like you may have buried that love, though. You may not have given all to this connection, because it feels like you wanted to, but you felt it was dangerous. There was something about this, and I don't mean like your safety was in question. I feel like you knew that you were going to get burnt in this connection. Okay, there was something like a moth to a flame energy with this person, and you've got a wonderful true heart here that is very open to giving like the best of the best, but only when it is deserved. There's a cautious energy about this, where you felt like this person was so closed, but you both knew each other on a deeper level, where it's like very psychic level. You may have even understood each other without even having to speak. You just, in the silences, you just knew everything that this person was feeling. I feel like you picked up on this person's trauma because it resonated, because you both have this bond. And deep down, now don't shoot the messenger here when I say this, I feel like you've learned since, but right at the beginning, you could really feel this person's pain, and you felt that the way that they treated you, which was unfair, you felt deep down they didn't mean it. You feel like deep down this person does have a pure heart also, that has a lot of feeling for you, which they do. I mean, they see you as a diamond, okay? They're showing me, I know this is some sort of ruby or something here. They're showing me a diamond. They see you as a diamond, but I feel like you recognize this person as a bit of a diamond in the rough, okay? There's a very hard exterior. And Scorpio, because you've also got a bit of a hard exterior and a barrier, I feel like both you and this twin flame, the barriers were up because you knew this was important, but also it's so important that you can get destroyed with this energy. So I feel like the barriers were raised on both sides, and you actually both protected being completely vulnerable with each other. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of you out there that says, no, I gave my heart fully. Then perhaps this is not your twin flame reading, but I'm just getting here that there was a guardedness because it was so important. You wanted to launch yourself all in, but there were moments where you're like, this person, male or female, not a gender specific reading, this person's going to hurt me. I know it. I feel it. And I know that maybe they don't intentionally mean to hurt me, but they're not ready right now, and they're in a lot of pain, and they're projecting their pain onto me. This is the energy I'm picking up, and I feel like how you were feeling at the time. Okay, a lot of projection here. Now, as I hold this card, this person does see you as a diamond. They could have relied on you for anything because you are very pure of spirit, very nurturing, and way above the rest, Scorpio. What they're indicating here is when you have a very precious stone, you have to look after it. And this person was not capable of looking after a relationship that was that precious at that time. That's what they're giving me here. There was a lot of responsibility they felt that lay at their feet. And because of the wounding that they had when they were, I feel it comes from childhood, but we'll have a look and see. This person, they were acting from an immature viewpoint where they felt like they were not ready to take care of something so precious at that moment. And I feel like they rejected it. They knew that you were the one, but it feels like they may have even chosen someone who was lesser, like a karmic lesson, because it didn't come with so much responsibility. They wanted to take back some sort of control over the issue because I feel like this person recognized also that you had the ability to destroy them. And it's better to take back the power and walk away from you than you walk away from them, because then they would be nothing. They would be destroyed. They would lose the best thing they ever have. So they feel like if they drop back into your life every so often, there's still the connection there. They're having an awakening though. They're having an awakening because the diamond is starting to shine really bright. So they're having an illumination is what they're giving me here. Now we have karma. So yeah, the law of karma is teaching them a huge lesson at this time. There is a spiritual awakening. As you can see, it's almost like a place of worship. The doors are opening, illumination is happening. The law of karma is in play, so justice will prevail on the physical plane, okay? Some sort of truth may come out of this because there is illumination. So you may hear about your twin flame's ascension, and they're receiving quite a blow. And I mean, it was meant to happen this way. We have destiny. It was always meant to go this way. There are lessons to be learnt, spiritual lessons to be learnt here. Yeah, they're unlocking the doors they're giving me just now. They're unlocking the blocks that were in the way. They want, well, they're actually giving me the words, they want to seek the light. Finally, they want to seek the light. So they may be freeing themselves up from some sort of addiction or, you know, some sort of toxic situation. Perhaps they were stuck in their inner wounding and not able to remove the obstacle. But karma is teaching them a very big lesson here. It's a rebalancing energy, okay? So it will bring everything back into recalibration. Yeah, they're giving me like the butterfly effect, cause and effect, okay? The ripple. They feel like the way they treated you, the damage, they're worried. I'm getting an energy that they're worried about the damage that they did to this relationship because they feel like perhaps they've ruined it with you. Even though they know it's divinely guided, they feel an energy of you're moving on. They feel like they're losing you, and they're learning a lesson about the diamond that they had, and they sort of left it unattended, and someone else could be picking up the diamond. That's the energy I'm getting. This person's actually, they've got huge abandonment issues. There's a lot of loss in this person's life, or from their childhood. They feel like there's a lot of loss. Perhaps one or both guardians, parents, parent figures were absent in their life, and they learned that life was to be alone, and that you couldn't rely on anybody, and that people are just out to hurt you. This person may have even had some sort of nomadic lifestyle where they didn't get attached to people, places, things. That's is what I'm getting here. But they're learning a massive lesson. They're having a spiritual awakening. After a bit of a dark night of the soul, I feel like perhaps this person's even ending something with somebody. But we're going to go deeper and find out. Now we have free yourself. It's mirrored behavior. This person is freeing themselves also. And Scorpio, so are you. You may have had certain expectations, including a timeline expectation, because it feels like you waited long enough for this twin flame. Now, there is an energy here of it coming back around, okay? But it says here, it's time to take back control of your life. So perhaps you're releasing the expectations that you had on this. You feel like you may have wasted some time waiting, so many years or so many months, or whatever, however the length of time you gave to the waiting of this ascension. Time waits for no man or woman, so there is an indication here that it's so interesting. It's like just when you feel like you're done, along comes your twin flames come back into the ring, as it were. They're indicating you're alone in this ring at this moment in time, but it feels like you won't be alone for long, but you're freeing yourself up, okay? And it's almost like that energy. Once you free yourself up and surrender to the universe, that is when there's a possible reunion, or you and your twin flame reuniting. They're really highlighting, they wanted me to take a look at this. They're really highlighting this unicorn, very magical creature, okay? Your twin flame sees you as someone very pure, very magical, obviously takes no BS, but they also saw you as a little bit flighty. They saw you, because there was a barrier, they're indicating this barrier to me, you and this person, your barriers were up because you didn't want to be wounded so badly by the other person, because the feelings were so deep and so raw that nobody else had ever made you feel this way, so there was a protection. And this person felt the same because it's mirror behavior. But as you can see, the unicorn is wounded. There is blood dripping from a wound there. So either you or this person or both had wounding from the past and were in protection mode. It feels like perhaps you and this person always have lived in a protective kind of mode, protecting your heart, because you know what it means to give. When you give your heart, Scorpio, you give your soul as well. You give everything, your all. Okay, so there is some sort of wounding here. And this person, you know what? This person, your twin flame, no matter who they've been with, even they may not have been with anybody else since you, but what they're giving me is no matter who comes into their inner circle, it's you're still the only one. You're the magic. You're the one that they feel like they cannot pin you down either, Scorpio. Maybe you gave them an impression that you were very you're very self-reliant. You didn't need them, and this person needs to feel needed. So this person's lesson here is codependency. Okay, just to let you know. Definitely trust, but I feel codependency also. Oh, they just told me to have a look at the top of the pack here. So I will. No, you're kidding my face. I love it when Spirit does that. We got codependency. Wow. Okay. So yeah, addictions are affecting your romantic life. So this person, they needed to feel needed. I'm sorry. I love it. Like, I mean, I love what I do, and Spirit continuously shows me how they talk through me, but sometimes it even leaves me a little bit like gobsmacked, okay? But with the codependency, this person has huge ego issues. They feel worthless. This person's learning a lesson to stand in their power, because there is, they doubt themselves, but they're just, every waking hour, this person cannot escape you, okay? You are their crutch as well. So during moments when their life may be spiraling, this is when you always hear from them, okay? Because they could be alone in the world and nobody around, as long as they got you to sort of reach out to. But that's not good for you, Scorpio, because, you know, you want something that is invested and deep and, you know, something that is in the physical realm in front of you. So this person, they rely heavily on you to reach out to you during tense moments in their lives, because they feel like you're the only person who gets them, truly gets them. But they're starting to wake up to this idea of twin flame. They may have thought it was like a very strong, deep bond between you and them, but they didn't have a term for it. They didn't know the term twin flame. They're waking up to that now. They're having a huge spiritual ascension. I also see them perhaps looking online. What is twin flame? What is bond between people? I see like that they are trying to work out what is going on here. Why is it I can go around the world and have the most interesting things and wonder, what is Scorpio doing? And they haven't even talked to you for like 6 months. What is Scorpio doing? Because this person is always, you're always on their mind. That's the energy I'm getting from this card. We'll leave this one out here on the free yourself. Because this person is freeing themselves. They're standing on their own 2 feet and they're not being a people pleaser. Okay, there's certain people I feel like may dominate their life sometimes and get involved in the situation. But we have trust. So at the root of this for both of you is trust, okay? It says this situation is calling for you to have faith. Now you and this person, it feels like, and don't shoot the messenger, Scorpio, there's a certain element of control here. You like to know where you're at with a person, and so does this person that you're dealing with, okay? And because you and this twin flame connection, it was so deep and all-consuming, it feels like there are moments where it's like, I can't deal with that right now. You just stay there, okay? So it feels like this person, your twin flame, is not ready at this present moment in time. They're keeping you at bay. They're keeping Cupid at bay, saying, or Destiny at bay, saying, I know it's destined. I need to learn a few things first, which is I need to know what twin flame is in the first place. They want to know what they're dealing with here because they're always drawn to you. This is like a magnetic thing between you and this person. They just gave me as well just now, Scorpio, they see you as their SOS. What does that mean? They see you as their SOS. So when they're in distress, they reach out to you. You are their savior. That's not healthy behavior. I understand why they do it. So this is what they're having to release, to stand in their own on their own 2 feet, stand in their power. You don't want someone who is dependable on you for that only. Okay, we do have passion. This person, I mean, off the charts. They never forget. You're the most passionate relationship. I feel intense heat as soon as I touch that. But this situation, this person is either wanting to get themselves sorted first or deal with their trust issues, something wounding from childhood, because this person is keeping... Yeah, okay, I understand. This person, as you can see, this masculine figure is holding a wand over that childlike figure there. So it feels like they're either keeping their childhood wounding at bay. They don't want to be reminded of it. They don't want to even go there at this present moment in time. They want to be with you, but to be with you involves facing it, okay? And as you can see, there's a red kind of, it's like a red armband or bow on that lady's arm there. So there's something here, it's like medical, okay? Something that makes them kind of think they need to address some issues that have left a wounding, that have left a mark on them, okay? And only when they're ready to do that will they come forward. But you know, Scorpio, I'm also getting an energy of this card that you're not even sure if you can trust them anymore. You want to, but there is still a hesitancy, okay? It's like, I still have a few questions. I need to suss this out using my intuition, okay? But the cord, I mean, you're still connected. They're highlighting this cord here. I mean, twin flame cords cannot really be broken. They can be energized, they can be cleansed, but the cord is still very much present with you and this person. Now we have passion, okay? Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. This person, I feel like they will be coming on in to talk to you. There'll be some sort of communication. They may not have been very expressive in the way that they felt about you, but you knew it, you felt it. Their actions, especially when you were alone, this person, it was like they were a different person sometimes. They may have even felt like they had a different mood swings and things. There's something about codependency. Perhaps your person was addicted to some sort of substance or something. It feels like I'm getting mood swings as well. There was like intense passion, and then there was like the barrier was up. Like they allowed you to taste a bit of their heart and their soul, and then they put the barrier up because you got too close. Okay, so the passion is off the charts, and this person thinks only back to this wonderful passion that you and them shared, and they dream about being with you in the most romantic sense. Ooh, it's interesting. Just as much as they saw you as their SOS, their fixer in some way, they actually carry that trait out to other people. So they may have gravitated towards a karmic that needed to be saved, because I feel a lot of independency from you, Scorpio. Like, you know, you're doing your thing, you're very strong, and may not have shown them that you needed them. You wanted them, but you're all good by yourself. You didn't need them, okay? You're not, it feels like this person gravitated towards someone else, perhaps, who was very vulnerable because they felt like they want to fix them. There's something here about a fixer, okay? It feels like this person feels like you, Scorpio, are their fixer, and they also go off into other relationships to be the dominant person to fix. But really, they actually want to be with you. But they whatever wounding they've got here, perhaps a lot of responsibility had been put on their shoulders when they were younger. Like I feel like a parent or guardian was absent, and they felt like it was their responsibility. So there's some sort of trigger here that's going on, but there's a lot of passion. This card is seriously hot, hot, hot. I don't know if you can see that. My hand's quite sweaty. Now we have very soon. So this person is currently receiving karma, but also an ascension. And it says, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay, so this person, I feel like they're coming towards you, but you need to know, because I feel like the trust issue, as you can see, is in the center of the spread there. It feels like the deep root of this situation for both of you now, moving on, is the trust. So you have to decide whether you want to open up to this person and support them as much as they support you, if it's reciprocal. Okay. They've just given me bridge. There needs to be like bridge over troubled water. It feels like letting that troubled water pass, and you both coming across the bridge in peace and unity. That's where you have to decide whether you want to do that. Okay, because they're actually showing me, Scorpio, and again, don't shoot the messenger, they're showing me someone walking across a bridge with a match and flicking a lit match behind them, like they're burning the bridge, okay? So it feels like you've got a choice here. But very soon, because this person is coming towards you, I feel like they may even tell you about some sort of karma that is really bitch, slap them in the face, you know? There's something very wild about this connection also, Scorpio. You and this person, it is off the charts. But they see a future with you. They may have told you in the past, I don't see a future with you. They tried to push you away, continuously push you away, because they couldn't face it and they were projecting energy. They may have told you that you were not enough. or in some way tried to make you feel like you were not enough because they were projecting onto you. Oh, so they just asked me to look at this card, Codependency, and they said Pandora's box. And yeah, they're showing me there's a box there in the corner that is opened. So you opened the Pandora's box. They had to look at themselves, and they didn't like what they saw. And the wounding, they didn't want to go there, okay, because it's a lot. But this person has really thought deeply about your conversations and has been trying to work things out so that they can come back towards you. Now, whether you want them back towards you after what happened, that's totally your call. We all have free will, but that's what they're indicating so far. So I'm just going to go to the White Witch Tarot to gauge the overall energy of what we're dealing with. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. We have Justice. So yeah, karma. So this is going to recalibrate the whole situation here. This person is receiving a huge dose from the law of karma. We have the Sun. So happiness is available, but it depends on your choices, Scorpio, and theirs, obviously. Thank you so much, Spirit Guide. Ooh. And we have the Empress. Scorpio, this is powerful reading, okay, so far. So in the protagonist position here, this is the energy that propels you forward with this person. We got Libran energy, okay? So things are being balanced out here by the law of karma. This person is learning a lesson. It is a hard lesson. And it was meant to be. I mean, if they dealt you a huge blow and you acted with a pure heart, then they're receiving a huge blow. It feels like whatever they did to you is being done to them, and they're finally waking up, having an ascension. So they're basically clarifying the energy again. They want to come and speak the truth to you, though. There's two swords in this card, so they're indicating a two-way conversation, and there is pain, a lot of pain on both sides. It feels like wasted time, the pain from wasted time, and just blood, sweat, and tears that are going to be expressed to each other, perhaps about how you both felt, how you both caused each other wounding, because each sword, it feels it's connected. The wound that you did to them, it feels like they did it back to you, and vice versa. Okay, now you may not have even felt like you wounded them, but they're going to come out with something that felt like you wounded them or try to push them away. It feels very, well, obviously that's a mirror of each other, okay? But this is a cause and effect, that butterfly effect I was talking about. Now it's a win-win situation here, Scorpio, when you get the Justice in this particular position, because everything is being balanced out with that Libran energy. The scales, karma is weighing the scales up, and you have a decision to make, okay? Which is, you either, one, you get closure on this, and you decide that things cannot be worked out where you trust, because the swords are about communication, so you're going to obviously have a conversation about this. If you feel like you cannot trust or do not even want to go that way, you're getting closure so that you recognize in this lifetime that maybe you're not meant to be with your twin flame. You couldn't sort out the issues in this lifetime, and that perhaps, well, not perhaps, but you will try and work them out again in the next lifetime. Or you have a decision, which is to move towards a happiness in unity and unison. Okay? Now, the Empress being in this position suggests that whatever way it goes, Scorpio, it will be abundant. It looks like both parties will walk away feeling like the best decision was made in this situation. That's what I'm getting with this energy. But both of you are about to have a conversation about pain and sorrow and absence from each other's life, but also past woundings that have gone on in your life, either yours or something from childhood that they'll discuss. Now we have the Sun card. It is in the antagonist position. So this is the resistance position. And Scorpio, nobody really truly wants to resist happiness, but there are obstacles to overcome. A temporary waiting. When you get this card, it's in the resistance position, so it's like reading it in the reverse. So that means there is a delay here in this gratification of you being together. It's temporary, okay? So the universe is saying, this person's learning some lessons first, okay? But at the moment, they do want to come in and have a talk with you, perhaps reveal why they did what they did, why things happened the way they did. What was the set of circumstances around their choices. but we have this Sun card, which suggests that after, you know, things going round and round and round, the seed was planted. The seed was actually planted many lifetimes ago. And you were both married in a last relationship, a last life, but also siblings in a past life as well. But yeah, both of you have to overcome certain cycles, because there's some, you know, they're indicating this round and round and round energy here. Both of you have to overcome some sort of pattern that you may have found yourself in, whether that is a pattern of not trusting and having a barrier, or letting the wounding prevent both of you being vulnerable with each other and showing each other how you truly feel, warts and all. Opening up your own heart and being like, you know what? Okay, you have the power to completely destroy me, but here is my heart. This is how I feel. This is my last chance to tell you. If this person, because I feel like this person is like, this is me. And if you want the Sun, it feels like it has to be both. Both of you show each other your cards, as it were, your heart, your true heart there, in order to have a wonderful, successful, joyous outcome. Happiness is available. It's turned up in the spread. Okay? It's just some obstacles have to be overcome. Now, the obstacle to overcome, it is a unified energy, the Empress card. Male or female, not a gender-specific reading, but they're giving me the energy here that you and this person have self-doubt. You know, you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe your worth, know your worth. Both stand in your power and recognize that you're beautiful, Scorpio, inside and out. This is the abundant position. It's a beautiful, energized, unified position, because you both have the ability to come together and create something really beautiful. As you can see, the heart is in the center. It's very pure and it's birthing something. So birthing a child, it looks like. But it could be that, sorry, I'm just going to adjust my position. It could be that you both want to come together in unity. There's 4 hands there, so that's 2 pairs coming together to create something beautiful. So whether you want to reunite and have a family, you know, it looks like this is the overall outcome that is on the cards here for you. It will bring a lot of peace and a lot of abundance, but you both need to know your worth, overcome those obstacles, and recognize with the Empress card that you are enough. Okay? Yeah, standing in your power. And also they're indicating this child in the center. As you can see, there are 2 hearts there. Okay? So there is the heart on the outside that's very protective, and the heart in the inside with the child in there. So again, they're indicating some sort of childhood wounding that happened in the past there that needs to be talked about. Okay, they're also indicating there's possibly a conversation that needs to be had about a child that was conceived and maybe not talked about. I don't feel like this child perhaps even came to term, or it feels very much, there is a wave of emotion here with it that is kind of like all-consuming. So that's not for everybody, but they're just giving me that there. They're asking me to look at this card a little bit closer, so I will. One moment, please. Okay, so they're indicating also, perhaps you and this person, because obviously we're dealing with twins and this mirrored energy, there is, I don't like to call it jealousy, but there is a jealousy here. And the jealousy comes from not feeling like you're enough. So I feel like this person, your twin flame, felt that you had a lot of options, that a lot of people were interested in you, Scorpio, and they couldn't deal with that. To lose you would be to lose everything. They're happy if they were with someone else and they lost them. They could deal with that. Yes, it would be painful, but it wouldn't be like losing their twin to somebody else, because I don't feel like they understood what twin meant. But there's a jealousy here that sometimes got the better of them, and they didn't actually like the feeling that raised up within them. And the jealousy came from a fear of something was so important between you that they didn't want to lose it. So it felt consuming. And again, they pushed it away because it's better to feel nothing. I really feel this person did a lot of numbing of their feelings also. Okay, so this could also be your behavior. This person raised some sort of jealousy in you that you didn't want to feel, but it was present there because there was barriers. Both of you, you may have felt like the barriers sometimes came across as secrecy, but both of you were in a lot of protective mode, okay? And this person projected a lot of their fears onto you. So we're just going to go deeper and find out what we're dealing with here. We're using the Light Seers Tarot. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know regarding this twin flame connection? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Can you please? Oh, interesting. So that one and then that one. I just want to see how they want to, because yes, okay. So Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Thank you so much for it. Ooh. Ha! Ooh. Okay, so these came out together. We have the Death card, which of course, Scorpio, you always turn up in your own reading. I'm just going to put these over here. We have the Hermit card, so Virgo. Nine of Swords. We have the Three of Cups. Sorry, how would you like to proceed? Okay. 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 I just want to make sure that yeah, that's the way they want it. Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. It is also crossed by the Three of Cups. So Scorpio, I have to call it as it is, okay? I'm getting an energy that this person may have picked another person above you, or instead of you. They just corrected me and said not above, not above. So it's not above you. They picked another person instead of you because number one, they feel it took less work. They didn't have to look at themselves and their wounding. They didn't have to look at, they could keep it on the surface. You got a lot of depth here. Your soul is very deep, and this person's also, but they didn't want to go there. Again, they'll give me the sentence, you can only meet someone as deeply as you have met yourself. And this person wanted to skirt on the surface because it took too much. It was too painful to look at who they really are, where they really came from, and what went on in their past. They didn't want to deal with it, okay? So as much as they were deeply connected to you, it feels like they chose a safer option that required no emotion and not even close to the passion. I feel like, well, we'll go there in a moment because it feels like there's no passion in where they are at the moment. But the Three of Pentacles here in the reverse is there was no support, okay? They felt financially they were better to find someone with money. So it feels like they gravitated to that. They may have been quite analytical in that. And it comes from something, again, from their upbringing where it's like they're giving me a sentence, which I think they've given to me before because it seems very familiar, which is, I just want to get this right. Marry for money, work for love. That's a sentence that I feel like is attached to them in some way. So they may have felt it was financially not viable to be with you. And they chose an option where they didn't have to have any emotion with somebody. They didn't have to have the deep emotion that they have with you. Financially, they felt there was no support here for their not career, because it's not career. It feels like they didn't have a lot of money and they feel like they've got nothing to offer you. So they thought they would coast through life, as it were, by picking somebody who has it all together financially, and they can just sort of dip in the surface of emotion with this person. Okay, because we got the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. They're indicating that there was a third party in some respect there. We'll pull some cards on that, but that's what they're giving me here. Now we also have the Page of Pentacles. It's in reverse. So this person, very immature, they felt like they had nothing to offer you. They felt like they were way beneath you in the grand scheme of things, and they felt that they could never ever make you happy. They felt like, if only they realized, Scorpio, that you just wanted their time, their heart, their emotion, their energy, their passion, their truth. If only they knew that, instead of was all up in their head making assumptions that they had nothing to offer you financially. This person, there's something about finances, wherever they came from, whatever their foundations of what a relationship is to be, they've based it on finances, okay? And they feel like they just didn't have anything to offer. They felt, they may be younger than you also. They felt unbalanced with you, with this Page of Coins here. And also they felt very much like they were at the beginning of their career, and therefore they had no stability. So they felt like you deserved more, and more than they felt that they were capable of giving you. So they picked somebody else based on... I really feel sorry for the person they picked, because I feel like their head and heart has always been with you. But their financial head... It's not very nice, the energy I'm getting from this. It feels like they saw relationships as financial investments, and that's something that they recognize they're not happy. It's under the Sun card, which is in the reverse position, being in that particular antagonist position. So they recognize they've made a bit of a mistake, okay? And they're starting to learn that money does not make a happy relationship, okay? They're not happy where they are, but they still feel... I still feel like they're either financially still dependent on somebody or another situation. They're losing finances. They're not happy, okay, at this present moment in time, but they did feel like they didn't have anything to offer you. Now we have, first of all, I'll address the Death card. Scorpio, of course, this is your card. Big changes. Okay, now this is about endings and new beginnings, of course. It's about rebirth of a situation. Now what they're giving me here is there's a huge star in the center, healing, okay, moving on. Now I feel just as much as you feel like you're about to let go of the situation, it feels like that's when you tug on the cord between you and your twin flame, springing them into action, okay? It's always a dance. When one person steps away, the other one stops in their tracks and is like, oh, that person's walked away from me, so they gravitate towards you. Okay, so there's this energy here. As you can see, there's a cord. There's this cord here. I know that's supposed to be like a scythe, you know, like the Grim Reaper type thing, but they're actually indicating it to me as a cord. You're trying to cut the cord, or you did try and cut a cord, and it energizes this person. Now, healing is the only thing that's going to rebirth this situation, okay, because that's Star card. And also highlighting what was previously unsaid or unknown, and it needs to be discussed. So that's if you want to come together. Now, it feels like with this Death card, something big is really ending here. There could be a change of a job or a career or a relationship. Perhaps they were with a karmic and they're ending things. Or they're ending, you know, this cycle of believing that money is the be-all and end-all. Your person may have a Scorpio placement also, just indicating there, as well as Virgo. But it feels like a total revamp here. It's like a do-over with this card. And this person, it feels like they want to come back on in to apologize or heal the rift that happened in the past, because they feel like without you, they're just in torment. Now we also have the Hermit card, as I said, Virgo energy. Spiritual quest for illumination here. There's a lot of clarity being deemed in the situation, and this person has gone through a bit of a dark night in the soul because of this karma. Okay, so it is... I feel like even though you've tried to move on as well, Scorpio, there is this little light of hope where you're hoping, it feels like that person on that rock, the energy I'm getting from the card is waiting for a return. Now, Scorpio, I don't imagine that you're sitting there, you know, by the fire, darning socks, waiting for this person to come back to you. But there is an all-knowingness that you will be back in contact again, and that the little light is still shining for them to come, to make their way back home. Okay, so I really feel like this person feels like you are the light, you are home, and they want to come back towards you because you feel like home. Also, they have put you on a bit of a pedestal, by the way. You are untouchable in comparison to anybody they've ever been with. But at the time when you first met, the connection was too much like hard work on their behalf, and they weren't ready. They weren't mature enough either. So we have the Nine of Swords. This person regrets every single day the way they treated you, because you're the most beautiful person they've ever seen. Male or female, as I said, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy. You're just, to them, you're perfect. It's under the Empress card. Sorry, my OCD's kicking in here. I want that straight. You're the most perfect person, and this person regrets it. But they're carrying a little indication of hope here in this card. As you can see, the white crow there. They're hoping. I feel like they're sending you like psychic messages, you know, trying to... If only they'd actually reach out and communicate, but they're so in torment because they feel like if they reach out to you, you'll reject them because of what happened, okay? So it feels like there's a lot of anxiety that's going on here. This person cannot sleep. They mull over in their head everything that was said, done, everything like that. A real overthinker. Now, you could be dealing with someone who's an air element as well, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But we've got very strong Scorpio, Virgo going on here. And, you know, there's a lot of earth, okay? So gravitating towards Virgo, but it could also be Capricorn or Taurus there. But they want to reunite with you. Now, we have the Three of Cups, and it's in the upright position. So there is a circle of support around you and this person individually. There's a lot of healing in this. They're really highlighting all these stars. So you may have been talking to your friends for healing, and they may be sick of it. They may be like, oh, come on already. We know you and your twin flame. They're giving me, okay, again, as I said, this is not a gender specific reading, but they have given me an image of a feminine character in a TV thing, which is Carrie from Sex and the City. This person is your Mr. Big. That's the energy I'm getting. Okay, and I know of the series. I've never watched the series, but I know of the series, and they're giving me this image that your friends are kind of like, oh, not this person again, because he hurt you or she hurt you so badly last time. Why are you doing this to yourself? So there is an energy of this coming from your friends. They want what's best for you, and it feels like, and I don't often get this with this card, but it feels like your friends have got your back, but they want you to move on. Okay, so that's the energy I'm picking up from your friends. As you can see, this symbol here is a sort of a symbol here for forward motion. They want you to move on because they don't like seeing how it left you last time or left you. Okay, so they're just giving me an indication of your friends here. Now we also have Four of Swords. And this is a recovery position, okay, but also it feels like that this person, your twin flame, is receiving this karma that allows them to really think about what they invested in the connection, what they really want to invest in the connection, what they can bring to the connection. I feel that this person is there's a strong, I'm going to give you that energy in a moment. That's quite deep. This person, I feel like, has ended it with a third party. So if you knew that your twin flame had gravitated towards somebody else since you've been separated, they're ending that. Now I'm going to get some clarifiers, but they're ending it for a couple of reasons. I feel like this person has been dealt a blow, as in, I feel like this person's karmic also had a third party situation. Okay, and they've received the same blow, and they're healing from it because they didn't expect the safe option to burn them. They didn't choose the twin flame because they felt to be rejected by you, Scorpio, they'd be destroyed. So they picked a safer option where they had to they could skirt on the surface, and it blew up in their face. But when you get this card, it's about, you know, you're anxious, you're taking a rest, you're in recovery, okay? You know, you're taking some time out, especially since we got that Hermit card here. But there's something, this is the energy that I went, ooh, you know, this person, they sleep with their pain. And by that, I mean, this person almost doesn't want to release their pain because it is an it feels like it's an identity. They feel it's who they are. They've had a lot of pain their whole life, and to let go of pain, they would stand there wondering who the hell they are. So there's something, they're very attached to their pain. Okay, it's almost like they feel at home when people are treating them mean, or when there is pain, they feel like there is a familiarity with it. So it's going to take a lot of work, this person, to release this, just so you're aware. Okay, but we do have very soon, so obviously this person's going to step up their game. Now we have the Ace of Wands. This person, there was a false start in this relationship with you and this person, okay, and it was brutal, a rejection. This person brutally rejected you, and they're anxious because they don't know how they can come back in and ever apologize for what they did, because I feel like words just fail this person. It's almost like they've got a lot to say, but they just cannot bring themselves to say it, because once they even hear it out of their own mouth, they feel like a fool. Okay, they rejected their true passion. They rejected, and they did it quite brutally. Okay, so we're just going to pull some cards, final cards here. I'm using the Fountain Tarot to clarify. Can you please? Thank you so much. We have the Four of Coins. We have the Star card in the reverse, and we have the King of Cups in the reverse. Okay, that's for the top part. Can you please clarify this reading any further? Thank you so much. We have the Death card in the reverse, and we have the Judgment. Okay. So we have the Four of Coins. This person, they're definitely going through some sort of financial loss. They're thinking about financial long-term security, okay? But also they are thinking about where their happiness lay, and how they invested in finances. They invested their time and energy in finances, and anything outside money is a pretty cold, barren place. Okay, so they're opening up, they're waking up to this cold reality that at the end of the day, their only thing that they're left with, Scorpio, is money. And it's pretty cold where they are right now. Okay, so they are thinking about financial long-term security, because either this third-party situation, the person they were with, the karmic, in this breaking up, they're either taking them financially to the cleaners, because we have Justice. You know, this is dealing with legalities or contracts, you know, the law. So this person may be, if they were connected to them in a high-level commitment, as in marriage, etc., they may be losing out financially because they have contracts. They're all tied up. They may just have a house with this person, some sort of legalities, and they're trying to recoup their money. They don't have to be married. I haven't got a marriage card on here, so just so you're aware, but it may be that their finances are in some way tied up with this karmic situation. It could be business. They have a business together, or they have a home together or something, but they're trying to save as much as they can because they're losing money. Now we also have the Star card. So when we have the Star card in the reverse, this person is it feels like they're trying to ignore the situation. They may not be in contact with you at the moment, and they're refusing healing the situation at this present moment in time because they feel like financially they've got nothing to offer. Plus they're going through a lot of pain with this karma that they're receiving, and they're just not in a position to talk to you right now. Okay, they don't want to highlight that they're failing again. They don't like to highlight their failures. I mean, that's human behavior. No one likes to do that. But they're also pretty down about it. Okay, they don't want to highlight it. They don't want to illuminate it at this time. So when they come on in to speak to you, I don't feel like they're going to tell you about the finances that they're losing, because that's not an attractive person to gravitate towards. But again, as I said, if only they could see that you're not interested in the finances, you're interested in their soul and integrity and truth and beauty and pure hearts. That's what you're into. And they've got a different idea of what it is to be in a relationship, that they're trying to readjust and relearn. Okay, now we have the King of Cups here. It's in the reverse. Scorpio, this is your card. Okay, it's in the reverse. There is something that you feel when this person comes on in and talks to you. You feel like they are emotionally manipulating the situation, that they've got no intention of coming towards you. This is how you treat it as soon as they come on in. And they recognize that. That's why I feel like perhaps they're not talking to you, because you always feel this sets you out of balance. Okay, you feel like you cannot protect yourself from the emotions that this person raises up in you. As you can see, the King of Cups in the upright, this person is protected from that barrage of kind of like, the sea, tumultuous emotion. When it's in the reverse, you feel like you cannot protect yourself against this. So you feel like this person, there's a mistrust, okay, because it sets you out of balance. But we have the Death card, and the Death card is in reverse here. So you feel stuck in this situation, and I feel like so does this person. It feels a bit of a stalemate, okay, a stagnation. Nothing is happening here. And you may believe, because this person is not coming to talk to you, or maybe silent at this time, and nobody likes to be ignored, but you may feel like there's no hope in this situation, and that's what's propelling you to move forward. And that's what your friends are kind of saying, move on, move on. But we do have some sort of communication coming on in with this Death card in the reverse next to the Judgment. The Judgment is a clarity. You're going to make a final decision here. There is a wake-up call, and it is about your life purpose. You are, it feels like you're coming into your own, and you're deciding not to wait any longer. You know what you need to do. You understand what you need to do, and you're being called forward to take the direction that you need to follow for your highest good. Okay, so you're getting some sort of clarity here with the situation. I feel like you will be getting communication from this person, but there is trust issues at the very root of this connection that are so damaged, with that King of Cups in the reverse, so damaged that you're not sure whether you can go there. And it leads both of you to be stuck in this situation. Now I'm just going to pull some cards from the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? Thank you so much, Spirit. Ooh. Okay. Now, they did say go again, but I've got to address this first before I go again, so just so you're aware. Now, we do have the Eight of Swords. It's in the reverse. So there is a new hope. You need to free yourself up from any anxiety, okay? And this person is also freeing themselves up from anxiety, because it feels like both of you are anxious about how do you even resolve what happened in the past? How do you even resolve the pain that happened? How do you even resolve the time that has been spent apart when you could have had a wonderful life together? So as you can see, the swords are pointed up. So there is a new hope here. You're releasing things into the universe, but also by perhaps having some sort of conversation about it, to have a new hope, to liberate both of yourselves from this stalemate position, but also to liberate yourselves from... They're giving me a word here. Sorry, one moment, please. What's the word? I can't quite grab it. From assuming. Okay, I understand. Freeing yourselves up, both of you, freeing yourselves up in your mind and stepping away from assuming what the other person is thinking, because that leads to pain. When we assume, it's a cliche. They just gave me, wow, whoever that energy is, it's a cliche about, and you may have just said the cliche before I even say it, because I feel like someone's just said it. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. I almost wish I had a little drum to do a badumch, because it feels like it was placed, that they've given me that sentence to place it, because it feels like the pause that they gave me has been enough time for somebody out there to have said that exact sentence. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me, before I say it. Okay, and if that's you, it's an indication that there's something in this message for you. Okay, so they just want you to be mindful of that. Now, there is a lot of pain here, a lot of pain that needs to be healed and is not being healed. As I said, this person, they sleep with their pain. There is a lot of work to do here, and this person, they want to do it, but they're ignoring some of it. Okay, now this is another indication as well that this person is going through some sort of loss. The karma here, they're breaking up from something. Okay, but also it's an indication that both you and this person, you need to overcome the pain of the past, the loss of the time, the past, the depression, everything that went with it. It needs to be healed. So for example, this star card needs to be turned upright before you can get the sun. So there's energy to overcome here before you can reach the sun card, which is an ultimate successful outcome, joyous, and both of you coming together in unity if that's what you want. Now also when you get this card, this person may not tell you that they are breaking up with somebody. They may keep all the drama away from you, just so you're aware. Now Scorpio, nobody likes it when information is withheld from you. But what they're indicating here is this person's trying to deal with it themselves. They can't even fathom what's happening in their life. It feels like they're losing a lot, financially as well as something, the karmic. But that was dead long ago. There was no passion there. That ace of wands in the reverse indicates there's no passion there. Okay, I understand. They're indicating here with this card that you may be having some sort of surgery or something. They're indicating here with this card, perhaps you're a little bit nervous about some sort of surgery. They want you to be mindful. What you think about, you bring about. So be positive about the energy is what they're giving me here, because we have the Magician card on the table next to it, and this is about turning your visions into reality, inspired action. What you see in the mind, you can have in the hand. Now this is as much to do with that operation. I'm not going to go any further than that because I'm not medically qualified or anything like that. So they're just touching on it briefly, so that if that's you, then there's something in this message for you. But with the Magician card, Scorpio, the choice pretty much is yours. When this person comes around, you're very connected to the universe and to your twin. And you may notice that during intense moments of thinking about this person, your twin, you actually call them back. And that's when you hear from them and get a text or a call or an email or something. You pull this person back to you every time you think about them. But the Magician card suggests here that you've got this, okay? You can have whatever it is that you want. You have the skills to co-create with the universe to make this relationship happen if you want to, okay? But because we have the King of Cups and it's in reverse, you got to be mindful, and this is Scorpio energy, you got to be mindful that this puts you out of balance. So if you think you can handle this, you can, okay? If you want to connect with this person and reunite with this person, you can. So focus your creativity, your visions, attach emotion to it in a balanced manner, because we have all the elements at play there. We got the cups, we got the finances, we got the sword for communication, and we got the wands for the passion. Once they all come into play, destiny is whatever you make it, whatever you want it to be, okay? So be mindful that, forget about, what happened in the past. If that's something that you can do, you can have it all if that's what you want there, okay? It is very fruitful and it will lead to a lot of growth, But as you can see, they're giving me here, they're showing me yellow roses. And they're saying it's sorry. Sorry. So perhaps this is about an apology that comes your way. I'm going to look up yellow roses, see if it means an apology. But that's what they're giving me here. Now, we are going again because they asked for it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please give any final advice to my beautiful Scorpio regarding twin flame connection before we close this reading? Thank you so much. Ooh, powerful. Wow. As that happened, and I said powerful, they said you can move the mountain if you want. You can remove the blocks if you want. I don't know if you caught that on camera, but this stone here, I'm going to pull it up here. It was here, but this card, this loaded little card, managed to move this huge, in comparison, heavy stone across from one deck to another deck. You have the power to remove the obstacles. Judgment in the reverse. Okay, there's a fear of change here, and there's also a fear of making a mistake. Perhaps also you are denying your feelings. You feel like you're over this person now. You feel like you're blocked on your judgment about this twin flame because you felt you knew in the past, this is your person, this is the one, and because it didn't work out the way you thought it would go, you may feel like you're blocked or you made a mistake. Okay, there is a weakness when it comes to this person, and you just don't want to get it wrong. You want to be strong, but you feel like you can't judge like what Spirit is trying to tell you. It's interesting because we got the Judgment in the upright here, and right next to it, you just feeling a bit blocked. Now go one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Thank you so much. The Empress. There we go. It all depends. So the path ahead, the Judgment is always about the path ahead and gaining clarity, is dependent on whether you and this person find your self-worth. Know that you're both beautiful, and that you can have whatever it is you want. The unified energy, the overall energy of this outcome, the potential is both of you come together in unity and create something amazing together. But if you're both denying that you have feelings for each other, and you're not standing in your power and owning how you feel about each other and coming forward and telling each other, it will always be at a stalemate like this. Okay, you may feel it's dependent on them to come towards you, and they may feel like it's up to you to come towards them because they've done such damage they couldn't imagine that if they come forward, which they should do with an apology, but it really feels like, again, stalemate energy there. Okay, I mean, I'll go one more. They just went only one. So, but it feels like it's giving me the same message. I feel like it probably will give me the same message again. Can you please guide an overall outcome for my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know regarding twin flame? Overall outcome. Well, for now, we got the Nine of Pentacles. Knowing your worth. This is my solo card. Right now, get yourself together financially. Be looking after yourself. Enjoying the finer things in life. Because this person, they've got a lot of healing to do before they come forward. Okay? So this is about you knowing your worth. It's pretty much the Empress. Knowing your power. But, you know, having that self-sufficiency. This is what I'm coming back to, this energy at the beginning. You don't need them, but you want them. And they look at you like you're self-sufficient, okay? They don't know how you feel. They think that you've moved on, okay? And vice versa. You feel like they've moved on. So it really feels like both of you are looking at each other, because it's mirror behavior, that you're doing well by yourself. And so there needs to be a communication here, okay? Needs to be a communication. So, I'm just going to move that over there. We got to leave it there. They don't want me to go on any further than that, and I have to respect that. So I'm just going to give you a wisdom, straight away, wisdom of the oracle. That's 3 of them all together. Normally only get 1. Time for a nap in the reverse. Chaos and conflict, and between worlds. Okay, so basically clarifying exactly what they've given me in the reading, which is, you know, this person's in between this transition, this wake-up call, this karma, and all will be sort of worked out once this person comes towards some sort of healing. But there is chaos and conflict in this person's world at the moment. They don't want to tell you that they're losing financially. They don't want to tell you that they're losing their relationship, they're losing their home, whatever it is. They don't want to tell you because they don't want you to feel like they're a complete loser and they've got nothing to offer. That's what I'm getting. They don't want you to feel that way, and they're not, but that's how they feel about themselves. They're not that at all. That is their worry about how people are looking at them. So we're just going to go to time for a nap in the reverse. Okay, also this has got a wonderful fox there. That fox is very shrewd in what they give their emotions to and their time to. Chaos and conflict. There's like a zebra underneath a giraffe type print that looks like a horse. So there's a lot of shedding going on here in this conflict. It is meant to happen. This karma is meant to happen so that this person reveals their authentic self and comes towards you in that. And between worlds. So between worlds is the Empress, number 3, just to let you know. 3s are very important. We have 33. When you reduce it, it's number 6, which is about love, the number of love. And we have 24. When you reduce it, 2 plus 4 is again is number 6. So it's all about love and about knowing your worth with that Empress card. So very important. Now we're just going to read from the book here, 24. You get the protection message. You are a human being, not a human doing. Is it possible that you're suffering from workaholism? Could you be the one who thinks it's your job to save everyone, to be there for everyone, and go, go, go until you can barely see straight? You've gone as far as you can. You've worked hard and nourished people and projects, but now you're empty and well. And you have no other reserves for others or for yourself. Don't let go. Sorry, I'll start again. Don't let your ego keep you going at full speed when your body and spirit need rest. Exhaustion is calling for you to stop what you're doing altogether and take a break. If you don't, the appearance of this card could portend to a possible illness that stems from being totally overwhelmed. You will feel like a new person if you take that break. Do it, and do it now. So basically clarifying this, you know, as I was saying, you know, about this SOS and being there to fix the situation. It's mirrored behavior there. Now we have number 33. I mean, this message is going on way longer than I expected. Again, I do apologize, but Scorpio, you got the longest messages always, most intense energy. It says stubbornness is keeping you in a state of opposition. The incessant need to be right will only serve to prolong the conflict that deep down you want to be resolved. This is an opportune moment to learn about your values, your sense of self, what is really important to you. Some things are non-negotiable. If that's true, it's not necessary to fight. Can you find a way through the stormy emotions to higher ground? Soon the air will be clear, and you will be in a much better place than before, for the storm will have passed, blazing a path for new growth in its wake. Things can become electric and enlightened, always better than before, if you use this time constructively. So again, it's over this card. You and this person are at a stalemate. You're not saying your true feelings for each other, okay? You're at a stalemate, as I was saying. Okay, stubbornness is keeping you both in a position of opposition, you know, denial. And we have number 3, between worlds. And it says, this is a time to explore the new energy between you and another. It is not a moment for certainty, but rather for discovery and curiosity. You don't know yet if this will last forever, so allow yourself to explore who you are and what is reflected back to you. This relationship is meant to educate you about yourself. Come on, twin flame energy right there. And it says, what do you need? What do you like or dislike? What values are important to you? You are in a critical phase of your relationship that is not to be dismissed or hurried. Okay, so divine timing, work out. What you give out, are you reciprocating from this person once they come back towards you to talk? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? Ooh-wee! So we have the bicycle. So cycles are present here. You and this person go round and round. But it's time to move on. Take action. Move on to rebirth this situation. Move on from the cycle so that you can go towards a specific destiny that you want to go in. So it's your choice. You're in control of the bicycle here. You can take charge of the direction, the journey that you're going in. But you need to leave those toxic cycles behind in order to move on. Where would you like this? They want it on the Between Worlds card because you need to decide when the moment arises. But also we have the butterfly, which is always remnant of the death card. So there's transformation here. You're in a chrysalis, a time when reflection, rejuvenation, and knowledge, growth was happening. And now is the time for you and this person to come back together in harmony and growth to rebirth the situation if that's what you want. Okay? With big endings come big new beginnings that can be more beautiful than they were before. But it's the direction you decide to take. Okay? Where would you like this? Where would you like this? They want it on the Empress card because now you know your worth. Now you know you deserve love, Scorpio. The choice is yours. Okay, we'll leave it there, my beautiful Scorpio. That was quite a complex reading. I hope something resonated in this reading for you. If it did, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell. Apparently that's important. It lets you know when I update my next message and lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Thank you so much, my gorgeous Scorpio. Love and light.